Infantry 53, Valderus Refinery blue team. It's Marutectz as a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed on very good offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat. Some Black Legion elite scheme going on, methinks. Alongside Shtyrmovik is a force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. Raven Guard, I guess. And rounding off the blue team is the brother captain of the Ordo Malleus, Dr.CrashTastic. Fights in melee combat, really good offense and support, can also walk through objects and cannot be suppressed. Red team then, it's PlummusDucis. That means plum leader, I think, in Latin or something. As a Techmarine, starts off range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair, wade into melee combat too. Alongside yipyip is a Warboss, a melee commander that is perpetually angry, fights in melee combat, some really good offense, support and disruption from the front lines. And rounding off the teams, Nerdhero is a Farseer, support commander that fights in melee combat, lots of great buffs with some debuffs and control abilities too. Facing off against the Chaos Lord, here we go. Banshees moving in. Do the heretics engage? I guess they have to. Need to be really careful though. There's the engage, and he's focusing everything on those heretics. Are they going to get away? I think they will. That lead model is pretty far off. Here comes some more heretics though. Now it's the Banshees that need to be seriously careful. Guide goes down on the Banshees. Should have put it on the Dire Avengers. I think he's going to lose the Banshees if he's not careful. And yeah, Banshees are down. Big win in first engagement for Marutectz. Or is it? Are those heretics going to get away? Heretics go down, but taking down the Banshees was a bigger win, I think. Now the Chaos Lord is going to be a massive pain in the ass to get rid of. CSM do not drop a model either. Lucky to do so. Orc pushing through. Bashing gens already. Wow. There's a really fast bash of the gens on Refinery. And look at this. Flamer Tactical Marines doing the same over there. Pretty crazy stuff. Shtyrmovik doing some really good work with his force commander in mid. Tying up an entire army of PlummusDucis. And the scouts able to cap this natural wreck point too. They're actually going after the other power. If they can bash both, that's going to be pretty nuts. I don't think they will though. Scouts are trying to hold them up. These Orks are being a massive pain in the arse. The Grey Knight player, or the Ordo Malleus player I should say, gotta get used to that, has been forced off again. He's got double strike squad though, and these guys already have an incinerator. He's got double incinerator in fact. I don't think I've ever seen double strike squad with double incinerator. We'll see how they do. Scouts running away. Might see a shotgun up for Shtyrmovik. Oh, the force command actually went down. Easily revived though, you would think from there. Here we see, wow, Stormtroopers getting way too close to the sluggers there. And then a full retreat out. That is poor play from CrashTastic. Brother Captain's going to be a pain in the ass to get rid of. But he needs to be careful. Sluggers do pack a punch, with their burners being power melee weapons also. And oh, it's a special attack. Needs to use it to run away. Needs to use it to run away. Did not use it to run away. He's going to lose the brother captain here. Yeah, just took way too long to get out. That's a really bad opening couple of minutes for CrashTastic. And now he can't revive that force commander. Raptors on the field for Marutectz. Nerdhero plating the Banshees, but I think it was a good call. Already got their aspect of strength. And heretics with an aspiring champion. Marutectz wasting no time getting stuff on the field. What are these guys up to? Are they forcing melee combat on the shooters? And they're popping models over there. Uh oh, Devastators might finish off the sluggers. Sluggers should be fine. What WTF are you doing? Says Shtyrmovik. Talking to CrashTastic, I would think. And now Marutectz transitions to the middle, which is a good call, I think. Needs to kind of solidify it with his teammates who've had a slightly rough start. Shtyrmovik rough in terms of losing his commander. CrashTastic also losing his commander and getting forced off really quickly, but we'll see how these double incinerators do. I'm not convinced, I have to say. Running into Devastators is not going to achieve anything. And then a full retreat out. CrashTastic not doing so hot so far. Perhaps a new player seems to be very, very trigger happy with that retreat. Raptors are just backing off. These Devastators are bugged. They're not retreating. Still firing their bolters at least, but that is weird. And now they retreat. There we go. Dawn of Bugs. Devastators are going to set up in the mid from Shtyrmovik now. will suppress those tactical marines. Eventually, they are behind heavy cover though, so it might take a while, especially being kind of far away in terms of the firing arc. The CSM did not lose a model. Our Avengers capping up this west side. Nerdhero taking opportunity to try and control this west side when Marutectz transition to the mid. These Dire Avengers in trouble though. Aspiring Champion Heretics getting hits in. If the Raptors were a bit more lively to that, and if these guys Doom Blasted, they did not Doom Blast, that would have finished off the Dire Avengers easily. Mistake there from Marutectz. Force Commander trying to get in on the Devastators, couldn't quite make it in there. And now we have a Purgation squad from CrashTastic. How many Incinerators does he want? Can you switch to the Silencer from the Incinerator for the Strat squad? I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can purchase the Incinerator after you've purchased the Silencer. So you must be able to do it the other way around. Look at that suppression now from all of these Incinerators. That is pretty damn effective against what yipyip has right now, although Storm Boys on the field. Grey Knights can struggle against jump troops in tier 1. Their anti-melee stuff, namely Purgation, vulnerable to jump troops of course. They also have Stormtrooper grenade barrages and grenades, but if something jumps right on top of them, they can't really use that stuff. So you got to resort to the brother captain himself, who has his power melee weapon, but it's not a really fancy one until he gets tier 2, and the Strike Squad melee, which is pretty damn good. But all in all, I think they can struggle against well-supported jump troops, Grey Knights in tier 1. Banshee's getting in there, but Heretics are right there to answer them with a Doom Blast. They need to be careful though. Rangers getting shots in here. They do have their Pathfinder gear, so it's a good thing he has that Aspiring Champion to spot things. Doombringer is up. What's kicking off on the east side big time. Storm Boys wiping out some... No, not quite wiping out the Devastators. They do get away. Shtyrmovik caught pretty badly. Has he dropped a unit? Didn't he have more units than that before? I can't recall. I thought he had 4 units at some point. Oh, Beacon is up from PlummusDucis, the Plum leader. And now his team can reinforce around it and perhaps more importantly retreat back to it, which is a massive deal in team games especially, because you're supporting potentially 3 players with that functionality, which is huge, especially in the meat grinder that can become mid on this map. Whoa, okay, CrashTastic has gone a bit ballistic here. Triple Purgation, double Strat Squad, Incinerators all around. That is mental. I assume that's not a mistake. You can't mistakenly get 3 Purgations, surely. And that could be really nasty, because he can back that up with the Terminator Librarian in tier 2 for the Sanctuary. And look at the damage on these Storm Boys. I mean, if he keeps blobbing them up, they're going to be really vulnerable to stick bombers and also the stun from the Storm Boy jump. But with a little bit of maneuvering and the Terminator Librarian, he might be able to make it work. We will see, because everyone's going tier 2 apart from CrashTastic. He's actually going to get to tier 2 in decent time, assuming he goes next. Some shrines going up from Marutectz are going to spawn bloodletters, and he's pushing through on the Eldar. The Raptors now have their Aspiring Champion up. This guy increased in cost in 2.5 up to 125 from 80.25. A small increase and pretty damn justified. I think he's a really good squad leader. Should cost more than 80.25. Gives you a hell of a lot. Here's the Purgation army, instantly suppressing things with all of that courage damage. Can they get in on these Devastators though? They can. But here come a whole bunch of Orks. Storm Boys jumping in. Use your choppers up on them, and they are blobbed up horribly. And they drop at least a couple of models across all of the units, I think. In fact, 3 models dropped across the Purgation squads. So if the brother captain can get some good counter initiation war gear, which he can get Purified Blades, the accessory that lets him knock back stuff passively that attacks him, though it does have to attack him. You can also get the Demon Hammer and the Halberd, of course, which are both pretty damn scary. Let the Galaxy burn on Eldar. They don't like that at all. We have some Mark of Khorne CSM. Something just got wiped out. It was Heretics. Marutectz forgetting about his Heretics. Storm Boys do have their Nob Leader. This guy is awesome. Has a heavy melee. Huge chain axe type thing. Is it a chain axe? No, it's just a huge chopper. Fair enough. It's huge. And it's heavy melee. That's all you need to know. It's actually, I think, exactly the same weapon as the default Nobs get. So, around about the same DPS as his heavy melee knife, but delivering that damage in big bursts. We have Fire Dragons on the field for Nerdhero. Marutectz roster's kind of bugged out for some reason. He's got double Heretics up, has he? Or is he just lying to me? Big engagement here. Librarian on the field for Shtyrmovik. Got some buffs. Did the Librarian. Now does more range damage with both of his weapons. And also, with it, one of his upgrades costing less, I think. Something like that. As always, you can head over to the dawnofwar.info forums to read all of the notes and stuff. We're on 2.5.1 here, if you didn't read the description. 399-386, nobody reads the description. So, is he going to get full Psy Cannons? No sign of it. In fact, there's no sign of anything in Tier 2 yet. I don't see any Nob Leaders. Justicars. Ork doing really well. Yip doing really well in this game so far. Being aggressive, which Orks need to be. Oh, we have the Bloodmaul up for the Chaos Lord. He's been shot to pieces, though, by Double Dire Avengers, Double Shooters, and the Fire Dragons. Banshees were trying to get in to finish him off, I think. But they find some Heretics instead. We have the Power Claw up. The crowd favourite for all war bosses, I think. Everyone gets the Power Claw a hell of a lot. Nothing wrong with that, of course. It's a freaking good weapon. 95 DPS heavy melee. Dreadnought on the field, as you can see from PlummusDucis. Is it PlummusDucis? How the hell do you say that? Whatever. Stormboy's jumping in, stunning some things, but then being singed and burnt to a crisp. But again, Dr.CrashTastic with some very basic play. I mean, he's just running into combat, shooting stuff, and then mass retreating everything. He needs to do better than that, or his team's going to lose this, I think. Oh, brother captain, cap this. Well done, you. But now what are you up to? You're going to die if you're not careful. Because that is Sluggers with a Nob Leader, and the Nob Leader does not mess around. Power melee on his knife, or his chopper, I guess it's called. What's going on over here, though? All kicking off. That is Doom on the Chaos Space Marine, so they take extra damage from the Doombringer. But they are able to just charge through and just absolutely demolish things. Nerdhero's calling a 2. He's fighting the Space Marines as well. Double Tactical Marines for Shtyrmovik. He might have called them in with a drop pod. He's retreating out. Because he wants to defend this power. He wants to just get back to base as soon as he can. Fair enough. I think he's going straight for Tier 3, Dr.CrashTastic. Well, he could go right now, but he's not. So I'm not sure what he's up to. This is very weird. He could try and get a power basher over here. Oh, look at this, though. Oh, torrential turret's facing the other way. Could bash all of this stuff if he goes through. Uh-oh, but now's a Dreadnought. And those incinerators are not going to do anything to a Dreadnought whatsoever. He actually lost one of these Purgation there because of the insane damage of this Plasma Gun and the Stone Guard Veterans with their Kraken rounds loaded in. Not to be sniffed at in terms of heavy infantry damage. 381 to 361. Havocs, what are you up to? Are they going to stay in play here? No, he's pulling them back. Because he knows there's Storm Boys coming in, I think. Red team going after this power, but here comes Shtyrmovik to defend. Has double Tactical Marines, one of them with a missile launcher. Is he going to get double missile launchers? Oh, he's got a last cannon. There we go. With Veil of Time up on it. No setup time and a speed boost. It's an amazing buff for setup teams. Look at this. Just moving forward, getting a shot. Now it's one off. He's going to stay there. And there's 40 Emperor on them. That's a global buff from the Force Commander, making him do more damage. He wants to make sure he gets this Dreadnought kill, and he does. Beautifully done. Really good play from Shtyrmovik. Use of his abilities. Warboss being scary for Marutectz stuff. That is Doom on the CSM. Warboss can turn around and get hit. or not. Looks like it's Marutectz's turn to fight 2 players, and he survives it with CSM, Heretics, and Havocs. So the Raptors did go down at some point, did not catch that. Apologies for missing things. Nerdhero with Fire Dragons, Banshees, and Dire Avengers. We have the Fire Prism on the way. Really good choice on this map, because you can stop the caps on the mid from pretty safe range, especially with a Farseer, because you can cast Guide on vehicles. So that's plus 30% range to its 65. So what's that? Another 20 range almost? Pretty crazy. 85 range Fire Prisms, I think, which sounds ballistic. Knows he can retreat back to the beacon, which is still up, and there's an Eldritch. That would have been absolutely devastating if he didn't retreat as quickly as he did, but this massive blob of Purgation is not going to be that useful for too much longer unless he gets Psy Cannons up, because here's a Plasma Cannon, and that is going to destroy the Purgation. He does have some Purifiers up, and of course they retreated as well. CrashTastic, I think, perhaps a new player, because he's retreating out very, very strangely. 2-3-4, 3-6-1. There is the, what's it called? Sweeping Doom? Sweeping Doom. That's a pretty good name for a thing to have. Scout Snipers for PlummusDucis. Red team, I think, looking pretty strong. I mean, the rosters look even, but we have a Fire Prism up, and CrashTastic is not really pulling his weight here. He's got a decent army if he upgraded it to Psy Cannons, but he's not using it very well. 2-2-4 to 3-6-1. Dreadnought on the way for Shtyrmovik. What's going on this VP? We have a shrine up. 2 shrines up, in fact. These are 2 new shrines, I believe. Oh, there's that Fire Prism, though. And it does have Guide on it. You see that little yellow pulsating circle underneath. Pretty hard to spot that. Would be nice if it was resized for vehicles. I think that is something that Wise Windu, the guy that makes all of the effects for the mod, can do. If prompted, maybe. 2-2-4 to 3-4-3. Stormboy's looking scary. Level 3, they're really looking scary. The Warboss level 5 with Trophy Rack and level 3 Sluggers. Should have got the Boss Pole, perhaps. I think, does the Trophy Rack debuff vehicles? It says all enemy units. Yes, it does. You see the red debuff. So it's debuffing that melee Dreadnought. I was going to say, maybe he wanted to get the Boss Pole. He should have got the Boss Pole, rather, because there's not a lot of melee stuff around. But there is 2 melee commanders. Well, 3 melee commanders. And Purifiers. And now that Dreadnought. So, and a Librarian, potentially. So it should come in handy. 2-10, 3-3-7, as of course it's always useful if you can get in amongst the ranged units to debuff them too. Double Havocs here for Marutectz. He's got a Las Cannon up, but that Fire Prism is miles away. Heretics on capping duty. We have level 3 Mark of Khorne CSM up to 1996 hit points. Here's the massive blob of ranged Grey Knight things. Grenade, nice grenade. Does it take a model? No. And then he full retreats out. What are you up to, Dr.CrashTastic? He's really struggling here. His teammates are carrying him, though, pretty effectively here. They're still in this, the blue team. Dark Creepers running away. On the field, though, for Nerdhero. And we have a 2-1 for red team. Trying to flank around here is Shtyrmovik. Marutectz helping out. Havoc's on capping duty. Bloodletter's making lots of noise. Here we go. What can they do with this flank? Do they even know that there's a beacon? They might not even know. Maybe they do. I haven't been paying attention to the chat. Mark of Khorne CSM running into all sorts of trouble. That is a really good nuke, though, from Marutectz. Holy crap. Imperial Abyss destroying tons of models. That must have been close to 15, 20 models that he just absolutely eradicated there. Fire Prism's going to go down, maybe? One more shot from... No, Las Cannon does not get the last shot. Dreadnought moving in. Where are those fire dragons at? They're coming out of base right now, so the Dreadnought is under threat. Fire Prism can obviously outrange it quite easily, and Fire Dragons can try and chase it down. Emperor's Fist, pretty awesome ability. Not back and stun. Oh, he's staying in play here. That's a special attack. Here come the Fire Dragons. That is guide on the Fire Dragons. Look at that range now. Dreadnought should be okay though. Maybe. Trophy Rack doing its thing. This is an heavy armor Warboss now, up to 2018 hit points, level 5. Phobos, Land Raider Phobos that is, on the way for Marutectz. Oh, Time Field from the Farseer now, level 3. Look at this. Brother Cap... Oh, no, it's not a Brother Captain. Force Commander taking Red Team's natural VP with a Power Fist, Artificer, and Iron Halo. Look, this is blob capping to the extreme. Holy crap. I really do think he's a new player. So don't be mean to him in the comments. Well, not too mean anyway. This is the grim darkness of the far future, so you can be quite mean. Warboss goes down. Oh, but the Dreadnought went down. They actually got the Dreadnought. Level 3 Librarian. A shame you can't cast Veil of Time on vehicles. So that would be really fun. Before people complain that it'll be overpowered. Yeah. You and your balance. What the hell are you guys doing? Alright. They're facing the Grey Knight blob of fiery doom until he mass retreats it all. There we go. Why are you mass retreating, Mr. CrashTastic? Have these purifiers even hit anything? They've got some XP. That's crazy. That's safe to say low level play from Dr.CrashTastic. But blue team are very much in this. In fact, they're going to get a triple cap here. It's all, I think it's all because of that nuke, that Marutectz drop. That was pretty nuts. Yipyip now getting a knob squad on the field. And where'd that smoke come from? What the hell was that smoke? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know what that smoke was. There's no Razorbacks. Yeah, I'm confused by that smoke. Someone can tell me in the comments what I'm missing. What the hell was that thing? Phobos. Oh man. Doing some good damage, this Fire Prism. Has a disperse shot to knock things over, and also a focus shot for large targets. Holy crap though. That's what happens when you show your rear armor to a Land Raider Phobos. Those Las Cannons do their thing. Knob Squad have found Las Cannon Devastators all isolated and headbutt them to death because they're knobs, and that's what they do. Is he going to switch to the Thunderhammer here? Maybe. Land Raider Redeemer on the field for Plummus. There it is. Ultimate support vehicle. Basically a mobile base. You can retreat back to it. You can reinforce around it. You can get inside it. Fire Dragons now. Wow. Pouring on the Melter damage. That's pretty nuts. I believe Melter does 75% damage to vehicles, so really powerful anti-vehicle choice. Although the Heretics, after some friendly fire from Let the Galaxy Burn, get away. Icon of Khorne, Bloodmaw, Armor of the Inferno, level 10 Chaos Lord. Wow. How the hell did that happen? Level 4 Force Commander. Red team needs a cap. There we go. We have some commandos for Yip. Oh, he's lost his knobs. How the heck did he manage that? And again, I miss it. What a noob you are, Indrid. Oh, here we go. Big, blobby Grey Knight stuff. And that's an orbital from the Grey Knight player, I assume. Maybe it wasn't. It might have been Shtyrmovik, I'm not sure. Oh, but there's one from Plummus. And that's going to catch a lot of Grey Knight stuff. Pretty cool. Now Shtyrmovik comes through. Can he push against that Land Raider? Did that stuff survive? A lot of dead Stormtroopers. I think it mostly survived. Here comes some Fire Dragons though. Las Cannon is getting shots. Does he have a For the Emperor buff to use? He's going to stay in this engagement and try and finish off the Land Raider. One more shot from the Las Cannon. He does it, but at what cost? What does he lose? He doesn't actually lose a full squad. That is luck though. one squad got away very, very low. These guys. 124, 184. So 1-2 on Cat. And we have a very late Rhino coming out for Dr.CrashTastic. Looks like it's not interested in going tier 3 right now. Uh-oh. Phobos now under assault. There's the Dirge Caster, but is it enough to save the Phobos? Heretics have got their work cut out. There's some repairs. Heretics need to try and suppress this stuff with their Doom Blast. There's the suppression. Phobos lives. Assault Terminator is called in for Shtyrmovik, and the Phobos survives. It got very, very low. If those scouts were not repairing, it would have gone down, but it's not over yet. It's not safe yet because this is a Warboss, a level 8 Warboss with a Power Claw, doing now a bunch more than 95 heavy melee DPS. But it's level 8. But the Phobos lives. That is a pretty important save. Especially since they got the enemy land raid. They need to repair the heck out of it though. Heretics and Scouts both repairing. They don't have any repairing heroes, unfortunately for them. Come on, CrashTastic. You can do it. Now he can reinforce in the field with this Rhino. Does he still have incinerators for the purgation? He does. He likes fire. Did he upgrade the strat squad? No, they still have incinerators too. Still lots of incinerators. Yip has really struggled since that nuke went off. He got knobs, then lost them somehow. I don't know how he would have lost them, but he did. We have some Assault Terminators with Lightning Claws now. Lots of fun. 70 DPS power melee with splash. I think it's 10 splash per hit, maybe. Or is it 15? It might be 15. Still more repairs on the Phobos. Can these guys get the decaps? Some very brave Mark of Corn CSM. They're going to go down in retreat. Yes, they do. Don't think that was worth it. Well, maybe it was. They're down to 67 VPs here. Rhino moving in. No weapon upgrade. And he's going to go down immediately. There we go. Needs to try and tie up these Devastators. But he's running after the wrong Devastator. There we go. That one. Go on, CrashTastic. You can do it. 67, 184. Don't retreat everything. It's okay. Brother Captain's down, level 2. He's only level 2. Look at that. It's still pretty damn effective. Just needs to keep them in the field a little bit longer. Oh, now retreat these guys. Retreat these guys. Did not retreat them. I don't think I've ever seen him retreat only one thing at a time. Oh, maybe the Brother Captain right at the start. Now he's just standing and dying. Okay, now he mass retreats. Look at this though. Tactical Marines from Shtyrmovik get the triple cap. Can you believe it? That's marked target from the enemy Techmarine from Signum Armor, Orbs of the Omnissiah and Plasma Gun. Flash kits. Flash kits are up with their blasters. And they have awesome models. Look at that. Getting their Git Finders now, increasing their range. Triple cap is still in effect. Stone Guard veterans will retake the natural VP. There we go. More flash kits now for yipyip. What is this? Some Terminators for PlummusDucis. But they, uh-oh. Is that time field into a nuke? Is it? No, doesn't have enough red. It's time field into double fire dragons though. And there is... Oh wow, another really awesome nuke for Marutectz. And in Imperial Abyss, which is going to finish off the Banshees. Yes, it does. That was wonderful in terms of nukiness. Two amazing nukes from Marutectz. Might have won this game for blue team right here. Because that has really set back Nerdhero. Oh, Eldritch. Eldritch. What? What did he put the Eldritch on? What was there? Rocks takes out some heretics. That was a very strange nuke from Nerdhero. 67 to 92 right here. Blue team, can they cap the mid though? Come on, CrashTastic. You've got to help out your team. Oh look, he's got some stuff in the field. Is that a mark of Nurgle Predator? It is. 75% more health, melee resistance, and Nurgly shells. 67 to 92. PlummusDucis. No tanks for him. I guess that Land Red Redeemer of his didn't last very long, did it? Marutectz defending his VP quite easy. Tactical Marines trying desperately to cap, and they do get the cap. Those flash kits with blasters are incredibly painful to Marines. Getting a double cap here. Shtyrmovik doing a fantastic job keeping the pressure up. Mr. Doctor even. CrashTastic, you've got to move. There we go. Fire Prism getting shots. Rear armor hits though. Gets too close, does the Fire Prism. It's going to go down very, very quickly. Down it goes. I think that was these Havocs getting a last shot there. Yeah, red team is screwed, I think. I think blue team have got this. What is this? exL.Shtyrmovik going all the way into base, I think, to throw out his let the galaxy burn from the look of things. From the look of the singed ground. Red team with one final push, perhaps. Cyclone missile launcher doing its thing. Warboss is going to try and cap it. Going to try to. Don't really have anything to aggressively go after the Phobos, really. Last cannon's getting shots though. But the Phobos lives. And that Phobos staying alive was a massive, massive deal. Can they finish it off with piercing damage? They do finish it off. The blasters actually do psychic damage, which sounds a bit weird. But psychic damage does very little to vehicles. I think only 10% of the damage gets through to vehicles. So even though those blasters going off look like they'll be effective against vehicles, they're not really. Which is obviously good for balance, because that would be pretty mental. Tactical Marine trying to get the mid back, while Assault Terminators just tear through things. Holy crap. Bye bye Devastators. A change in 2.5 was that Devastators and Havocs now have a 20% melee resistance and not the usual 40, which is a pretty big change and a pretty good one too. Assault Terminator dropping a model, but the Tactical Marine is able to finish the cap. 2-1, 54-31. Seer Council on the way for Nerdhero. Another nuke from Marutectz and another fantastic nuke as well. That's crazy. I've never seen a player drop 3 nukes in a game that were all that effective. And now they're nuking the relay beacon. Amazing nukes from the blue team have won this for them. Good run from Shtyrmovik there. Takes out the beacon. Double cap. Yep. Some really good nukes, as yipyip is saying. And there's the double, and there is the game for the blue team. Let's look at the heroes at the end here. The Chaos Lord was level 10 for a hell of a long time, I guess, because of those nukes. I'm not sure how he got level 10 so quickly. Force Commander level 5 with Power Fist, Artificer, Iron Halo. The Brother Captain did get some stuff. Demon Hammer, Blessed Aegis, and Purified Blades. Been a very strange play from this Brother Captain. Only level 2. How? Techmarine level 9. The level 10 Warboss with heavy armor up to 2327 hit points. And a level 4 Farseer. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.